My name's Lisa Grote, and I am the zoning officer for San Mateo County. And Jana, thank you very much for pushing record. I was just going to do that. This is our first remote zoning hearing officer meeting, so I want to welcome everyone and thank you for your patience as we work through some of the mechanics and logistics of our first remote meeting. Before we get started with some instructions on how to participate in today's meeting, we do start each meeting with the pledge. So I am going to ask Deb Robinson to lead us in the pledge. And if you'll please stand and join me. Thank you.
Lisa, please unmute yourself.
Okay, did I unmute myself?
Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. I was thanking everyone for joining me in the pledge and thanking Deb. We do have just one item on the agenda today, but before we get to that, we do have oral communications. If there's anyone who wants to speak to an item that's not on the agenda. And let me read some instructions that apply for oral communications as well as for agenda items. So for those of you that are attending the Zoom video conference, we'll use the raise hand feature in order to recognize and organize any public comments. So during the general public comment period for each item on the regular agenda, I'll ask those members of the public who wish to comment to click the raise hand feature to raise your hand to speak on that agenda item. For those joining by phone, please press *9 to indicate your desire to speak, and then we will know that you'd like to make a comment. Please note that members of the public must wait for my prompt in connection with each agenda item before using the raise hand function. For example, you cannot raise your hand at the beginning of the meeting for an agenda item that's scheduled for later in the meeting. So when you hear actually the last four, or if you hear your name called or the last four digits of your phone number called, I will prompt you to unmute your account and inform you that you may begin speaking. So thanks for your patience while we work through our first remote meeting. And I will ask now if there is anyone who would like to speak on oral communication. So that would be on an item that is not on the agenda. And I don't, let me see, let me double check. Now, I don't see anyone who has indicated they'd like to speak under oral communications. Janet or Deb, can you confirm that?
That's correct.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, so we will move into our first regular agenda item, and that's owner applicant Timothy Wally, and it's file number PLN 2019-00214, and it's on 10th Street in Montera. And Rumel Panglau has been the project planner, and he is going to start with an overview, staff report, and then a recommendation. So Rumel, thank you. I am not hearing Rumel. Is he muted?
Sorry about that. Yes, I was.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. This is staff's presentation on item number 1, which is the consideration of a coastal development permit and certificate of compliance type B to confirm the legality of an existing parcel. The project is appealable to the California Coastal Commission. Oops. One moment. Here you have a vicinity map showing the location of the project site and its surroundings. Next, in context, this is its location on the parcel map. In terms of conformance with the regulations with respect to the general plan policies, it meets the urban land use policies in that the parcel's future development with the single family residence would be in compliance with applicable development and design review standards. With respect to the local coastal program, the locating and planning new development component, the parcel configuration will not have any substantial adverse impacts on coastal resources. It also meets the requirements of the subdivision regulations. With respect to CEQA, the project is categorically exempt under provisions of Class 15, Section 15315 for minor land divisions. Therefore, staff's recommendation is that the zoning hearing officer approve the coastal development permit and certificate of compliance, county file number PLN 2019-00214, by making the required findings and adopting the conditions of approval identified in the staff report. That concludes staff's presentation. We're available for any questions. I don't yet see the applicant in the room.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Ramel. Let's go. I don't see the applicant attend either. I do see 2 attendees and a phone number of 3558 who would like to speak. And Janeth or Deb, can you confirm that? And should I just click on the allow to talk?
That's right. It could be the applicant calling by phone. So you go
Okay.
ahead. I can go ahead and unmute him now.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Hi, yeah, this is Timothy Wally. I'm sorry, I just am on the telephone.
Okay.
And, I just wanted to, I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you doing this remotely. It's, I know it's very difficult, but at least it keeps everything moving forward, which is great.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your comments. Yes, and thank you for your patience too. It's
No problem.
okay, great. All right, and then Janeth, if you can go ahead and mute him. And then I do have another person on the attendee list, and it says Bertlu, B-E-R-T-L-U. Is that who you are seeing?
Bert Loom.
Bert Lum or Loom. Okay. Mr. Lum would like to speak. So I can press allow to talk, or if Deb or Janeth would like to do that.
There you go.
Okay. I didn't see the hand raised for that one,
I
but
didn't see the hand raised either.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry then. All right. Then I don't see anyone else who would like to talk. There is another attendee who has joined us, but I don't see that she's indicated she would like to speak.
that is correct.
Okay, thank you very much. So that being the case, I will close the public hearing portion of the item. And I do not have any further questions or comments. The report was very clear. So I will go ahead and approve this item with the conditions and findings as listed in the staff report. There is an appeal fee should anyone want to appeal this item of $616.35, and that would need to be submitted by July 17th of 2020, and it would need to be submitted via email. So there's a written record of the appeal. It would then be scheduled to go to the Planning Commission. In the absence of an appeal, if there is no appeal, then this approval would become formal, and Rumel can work with the applicant on next steps for reporting the CFC. So with that, I think we are finished with our first remote zoning hearing officer meeting. And again, I want to thank everyone for your patience, and have a good 4th of July weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.